welcome to the deep dive. So you've brought us some sources today that really challenge how we usually think about success.
That's right. We're going to tear down this myth that being rich is all about the bank account.
Instead, we're diving into the kinds of wealth that, well, money just can't buy.
Exactly. I mean, our whole culture seems obsessed with fame, fortune, and influence.
Right.
Those seem to be the only things that matter.
Yeah, it feels like that sometimes.
And the sources argue this focus leads to what they call the suffering of unworthiness. A lot of people feel like they're just not enough.
Okay.
So our mission today is to show that money is just one piece of the puzzle. It's
Yeah.
only one resource, not the whole picture of wealth.
Right. And there's that analogy you shared from the material, the one about the boy and the golden windows.
Yeah, yes. The young boy who sees this amazing house on a distant hill, windows shining like pure gold,
He makes this huge journey to get there.
only to find it's just an old broken down barn and the golden windows,
Well.
just the sun reflecting off plain glass, an optical illusion.
So the idea is that true wealth is often closer than we think, maybe right in front of us.
Precisely. We're often too busy chasing that distant mirage to see the real gold in our daily lives, our habits.
And that illusion is what we want to move past today.
Yeah. Our goal is to pull out these 8 forms of, let's call it true riches, the habits, the ways of thinking that actually lead to genuine victories, soaring cheerfulness, and magic, as the sources put it.
Okay, genuine victories. I like that. Not just a bigger bank statement.
Exactly. Real lived richness. So if money isn't the ultimate goal, where do we start building this richer life? The sources point to form 1, growth, the daily self-improvement habit.
This idea that personal mastery is a currency that will make you authentically wealthy.
Yeah, and the key here is consistency. It's what they call the small steps to make giant gains principle.
Okay.
We often look for that one big breakthrough, right? But the real power lies in the small things. Small, daily, seemingly insignificant improvements, done consistently, they lead to stunning results over time.
Like the Great Pyramid example.
Exactly. It wasn't built overnight. It was thousands, millions maybe, of small, precise actions stacked day after day. That's how mastery happens.
That makes sense. But, trying to grow often means facing fears. What about those psychological walls we hit?
Well, first, we need to understand what most fear actually is. The sources often call them ghost stories.
Ghost stories.
Yeah, illusions we build based on assumptions, not necessarily reality. There's that story, kind of wild, about the mountain climber.
Oh, right. Hanging from the branch all night.
Yeah, terrified he's going to fall to his death if he lets go. Then the sun comes up.
And there's a safe ledge just 6 inches below him.
Exactly. His terror was literally 6 inches deep. A ghost story he told himself all night.
That's a powerful image. But let's be honest, sometimes the risk is real, isn't it? Like losing your job or facing serious debt. It's not always just 6 inches deep.
No, absolutely not. And the philosophy isn't about ignoring genuine danger. It's more about recognizing that most of the fears holding us back from personal growth, like fear of speaking up, fear of starting a new habit, fear of change, those are often the self-imposed ghost stories.
Okay, so it's about distinguishing the real threats from the mental ones.
Right.
And when the risk is objective, the approach is still rooted in growth. You acquire knowledge. Arm yourself with information. It comes back to that principle. The human who reads the most wins. And this is where those specific reading habits come in handy.
Correct. We need to avoid what they call babbly.
Babbly.
Book accumulation beyond life expectancy, buying way more books than you could ever possibly read.
I might be guilty of that.
Many of us are. But the sources stress ideation without execution becomes a delusion. Just having the book isn't enough.
So what's the practical step?
They recommend the 45-15 reading rule. Simple but effective. Read with focus for 45 minutes. Then immediately spend 15 minutes processing it. Summarize, take notes, think about how you can apply it. That 15 minutes is crucial. It turns passive information into active knowledge, into that currency we talked about. Got it. 45 reading, 15 applying. That daily mastery focus naturally leads to the next form, doesn't it? Form 2, wellness. Our physical and mental health, absolutely. If mastery is a currency, you need energy to earn and spend it. Your health set is foundational.
And the big challenge today is just constant stimulation, right? Information overload.
Totally. Our brains are constantly chasing the next dopamine hit from emails, notifications, social media. It leads to what's called hedonic adaptation, meaning the constant search for pleasure actually makes us less sensitive to it. We need bigger and bigger hits to feel happy, which can lead to apathy.
So the fix is Kind of counterintuitive. Commit to a dopamine detox. Step back from the constant stimulation sometimes. Allow your system to reset. So slowing down, reducing input, that actually gives you an edge.
A financial edge, even. The sources point out your vitality serves you financially. Think about it. The most successful people are often incredibly disciplined about their health and fitness.
That makes sense. Energy fuels everything. And here's another, maybe surprising habit for building mental resilience. Eat alone fairly often. Eat alone. Why?
Because for many people, sitting alone in a restaurant, say, triggers social anxiety. Facing that small discomfort, mastering it, builds a kind of transferable courage, a fearlessness that helps in other areas.
Interesting. Facing small fears builds bigger bravery.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got growth and wellness as the foundation. Where does that strength usually show up next? In our relationships. Which brings us to form 3, family, the happy family, happy life habit. How should we think about investing in relationships?
Treat them like a love account. You need to make regular deposits. Emotional maintenance is key.
And a key rule here is,
A loved one's eyeballs law. Basically, if something matters to someone you love, you need to dial up how much it matters to you. Really see it through their eyes, validate their priorities.
that requires real empathy. And what about the other side? Removing the negatives, like grudges.
Oh, that's huge. Holding on to grudges is like emotional debt draining your account.
Yeah.
There's a story about a client whose father was dying.
The one who hadn't spoken to his brother.
Yeah, for 50 years. And when asked why on his deathbed, he couldn't even remember what started the fight.
50 years. Wow.
Imagine all the shared memories, the support, the love, just lost over nothing, essentially. That's a loss of real wealth.
And conversely, building positive connections. The 3 friends rule.
Right. The 3 great friends rule. If you have just 3 great friends, people who truly get you, support you, encourage you, you're already incredibly rich.
That puts things in perspective. And the story that really shows family resilience is the mama bear one.
Oh, it's brilliant. The author's elderly mother, bothered by a noisy motorcycle gang speeding past where her grandkids played.
What did she do? Put out cones?
Started with cones, yeah. When that didn't work, she just marched right over to talk to them.
Old move.
Totally. And the result, the bikers were immediately respectful. The leader basically said, "Ma'am, your granddaughter's safety is our priority now."
No way.
Yes. And then she seals the deal by bringing them a huge batch of homemade chocolate chip cookies. Turned potential adversaries into protectors.
Yeah.
Fearlessness and kindness. That's amazing. Okay, that courage ties nicely into how we approach our work.
Form 4. Craft.
Seeing work as purpose.
Exactly. It's about shifting from seeing work as just a job, a way to pay bills, to seeing it as a noble pursuit, a platform to really hone your skills and contribute something meaningful.
And there's an algorithm for that. Yeah, the Virtuoso algorithm. It's basically growth X, practice X, teachers X association,
Okay,
divided by resilience X, longevity. Okay, break that down.
It means mastery comes from consistent learning, dedicated practice, learning from the best, surrounding yourself with great people, and then crucially, sticking with it. Resilience and longevity, outlasting others through skill building.
So endurance is key. And this dedication extends even to the parts no one sees, like the Steve Jobs story. Yes. His father teaching him to paint the inside of the fence, the part facing the yard that nobody would likely ever inspect.
Why? The lesson was, avoid the eye. No one will notice it lie. You notice. Your self-respect notices. Every time you cut a corner, even invisibly, it chips away at your own standard of excellence. Wow. That hits home. So maintain quality always. But what happens when you do achieve success? Is there a danger of, coasting?
Absolutely. Success can breed complacency. That's the cautionary tale of the Michelin 3-star with the very absent chef.
What happened there?
Famous chef earns her stars, then basically stops cooking, starts lounging, enjoying the fame, taking success for granted, and guess what?
The quality tanked.
Plummeted. The restaurant declined because the master of the craft wasn't in the craft anymore. You have to stay engaged, stay hungry. Stay hungry. That brings us right to Form 5. Money. Prosperity as fuel for freedom. It's important, but it's fuel, not the destination. Perfect way to put it. The guiding philosophy here should be labor for the magic, never for the money. Do what you do for the love of the craft, for the impact, and the money becomes a byproduct that enables more freedom.
And the practical money habits, what do the sources say? It comes down to mindset and discipline. There's advice from a banker to billionaires. Rule 1, no leverage, avoid unnecessary debt. Rule 2, an investor's best friend is time. So patience and prudence.
Live beneath your means. Simple but fundamental. Also, cultivate gratitude. Grateful is a money printer. When you appreciate what you have, your time, health, resources, it tends to expand. Appreciation leads to appreciation in a sense.
I like that. Grateful's a money printer. And there was that unique story from the art world, the Tracy Emin rule.
Ah, yes. The Tracy Emin anti-cocaine rule. She said she bought her first house with the money she didn't spend on drugs, money that many of her peers were spending that way.
So it highlights how avoiding common wasteful habits can lead to significant financial gains over time. Simple choices, big impact.
Exactly. Consistent discipline pays off. Okay, discipline is one thing, but we also need novelty, right? Breaking routine, that's Form 7. Adventure. Joy from exploring, not just owning stuff.
Yes.
Exploration over accumulation. And to do that, you need to stay open. Avoid the trap described by the habit. Stop salting your food before you taste it.
Meaning, don't prejudge experiences.
Exactly. Don't layer on cynicism or old assumptions before you even try something new. Don't disrespect the potential of a new moment by being stuck in your old ways. Taste it first.
Be open, and we should proactively create moments of joy, too, like the invisible Panama idea.
Yeah, that's the guy blasting Van Halen's Panama in his minivan at like 5 a.m. before heading into his soul-crushing office job.
He's creating his own pocket of adventure, of pure glee, before the grind starts.
Precisely. Finding those little escapes, those moments of personal rebellion and joy, wherever you can. It fuels resilience.
And to make sure we don't look back with regret, what's the advice on bravery? There's a specific strategy suggested. Do something scary every 3 months. Push your comfort zone regularly. Why?
Because the discomfort of growth, of trying something new and maybe feeling awkward, is always less painful in the long run than the heartbreak of regret. Regret, they say, is the pain of things left unattempted. Wow. Do something scary every 3 months. Okay. Now let's shift to our connections again, but broader this time. Form 6, community. The idea that you become your social network, absolutely critical. Our environment shapes us profoundly. The advice is blunt. If you're consistently the smartest, happiest, most ambitious person in your circle.
Choose a brighter neighborhood. Find people who challenge and uplift you.
Because you naturally raise your game when you're around people playing at a higher level. And a key part of building that powerful community is how you treat everyone.
Regardless of their current status.
Yes. That's the you never know who someone will become principle. Illustrated by that great story.
The hotel GM who used to be a banquet server.
That's the one. 20 years earlier, he was wheeling out a TV for the author's small workshop. Decades later, he's the general manager of a luxury Four Seasons.
Incredible.
It shows that treating everyone with respect isn't just the right thing to do, it's also incredibly smart. It builds bridges and networks that pay dividends in unexpected ways for years. It strengthens all the other forms of wealth.
Okay, that leads us to the final, highest form. Form 8, service. The contribution habit. This is about tapping into something bigger than ourselves. It echoes Maslow's later work.
Abraham Maslow, the hierarchy of needs.
Right.
Late in his life, he realized his pyramid wasn't complete. He added a final level at the very top, self-transcendence,
Meaning our deepest fulfillment often comes not just from self-actualization, but from dedicating ourselves to a cause or purpose beyond our own individual needs. Service, contribution. We're wired for it. And the ultimate illustration of this, the temporary nature of worldly wealth and the importance of legacy, is Alexander the Great's final wishes.
It's a powerful legend, sums it all up beautifully. His 3 wishes as he was dying.
Have only the best doctors carry his coffin.
To show that even the greatest medical skill can't ultimately defeat death.
Scatter his vast wealth along the funeral procession route.
To show that all the riches accumulated on earth stay on earth. You can't take it with you.
Let his hands hang empty outside the coffin.
For everyone to see that he, the conqueror of much of the known world, was leaving just like everyone else, empty-handed.
That's profound. A stark reminder. It really brings it all together, doesn't it? If you're trying to achieve real, lasting wealth, it's not about the gold. It's about the daily, consistent practice across all these areas. Growth, wellness, family, craft, money, community adventure, and ultimately service. It's an inside game played every single day.
That's what determines the actual quality of your life.
So chasing worldly success without that inner richness, that joy,
Yeah.
it really is fool's gold. And the crucial thing is, these ideas are only powerful if you act on them. Start today.
Start painting the inside of your fence, so to speak. Exactly. So we'll leave you with this final thought, pulled from the sources, reflecting on life and purpose. If life is truly short, if it rushes by in what feels like a blink, are you actively, consciously working today to live fully so you can die empty? That right there is the real measure of wealth, the kind money can't buy.